Hi there. It's time to smash, speculate again. Um, what is my number 5 pick for a future Smash Brothers game? Well, as promised, it's a Nintendo character, and as promised, it's a villainous character, perhaps not the spookiest character. Um, but I had a move list written up for this particular character, and they had a game come out earlier this year, or was it last year? I don't know. What is time? Um, and this franchise has yet to be represented in Smash beyond an assist trophy and some, I guess, spirits maybe. Stickers, maybe. I don't even know if there's been any trophies of it. It's kind of weird how major this franchise was for Nintendo for a long time. And Smash basically has ignored it. So let's go ahead and do the reveal. Yes, we are bringing Advance Wars, or probably better known in Japan, Famicom Wars, to Smash, and for me, the most logical choice is Lash, which may be a bit of a surprise. If you are familiar with the characters, all you might think I would have picked Andy or Sammy or Max, one of the main characters, but I actually think Lash has a lot of potential to have a very, very unique moveset. So let's run through that real fast. So Lash is a scientist, a genius, a robotics expert. And that's basically how she operates, is she uses very advanced technology for almost all of her moves. So her smash attacks are toy versions of soldiers and tanks from the series, and her specials emphasize her expertise in robotics, weaponry, and science. She approaches Smash like she does Battle in her own series, as a game. She has her specialty of terrain bonus here as well, but it is modified to amplify her attacks and defense on the ground. She isn't as effective in the air. So, in contrast to a couple of the other characters, not as strong or distinct in terms of her gimmick, but I think that the way that she plays is very unique and kind of makes up for that. So, as I said, her smashes utilize toy versions of the little soldiers and tanks and such that you see in the series. So her forward smash has her pull out a mech unit that fires a bazooka. That's a short-range shot, but it still will hit pretty hard. Up has an artillery that will shoot a shell above her head that quickly explodes, while down has her toss a B-copter that spins around her feet. I had fun coming up with her specials. Her specials are very, very unique. So her first special, her B, is the Osium drone. So this is similar to Snake's Matilda or his rocket launcher, where he sits still while he steers the rocket around. In this case, Slash will sit and deploy a drone that she can completely control. Pressing B again will have it collapse and turn into Osium 238, which will absorb any opponent who either touches the ooze or collides with the drone, damaging them and locking them in place for a few seconds for a follow-up. But Lash is easily attacked herself while controlling the drone, much like Snake was when he's controlling the missile. I think this has a lot of interesting potential, and I think that it really captures what Lash is about. She's just a very, very she has to plot things, because that's just how her mind works. Side B is clones. So we're going to have an Andy clone that comes out of a bottle. I'm pretty sure that somewhere in the series, the Black Hole Army has the ability to throw Osium clones around. So she will throw a bottle into the ground, which will create a clone of Andy, who will rush forward and attack with his wrench before dissolving. Only one Andy can be deployed at a time, I'm thinking that I want to add a random element to this, that it's usually Andy, but occasionally other characters from the series will show up as well and do different things, just to make it more interesting. So like Sammy would probably use her sniper rifle, Max would probably do some sort of jumping clothesline or body splash or something, since he's such a big muscular guy. Something like that. But the neat thing is that it's basically a projectile attack that Lash can follow up on. Up B is a T-copter model. So it's a bit like Snake's Up B, where she will deploy this and grab it and it'll launch her upwards, and then it'll probably break apart at some point and she'll fall to the ground. Something that makes it a little bit more distinct, however, is that since it is an Advance Wars prop, that it can attack if you press A while you are flying upwards with it. So there's a little distinction there from Snake's. Down B is a black cannon strike. So Lash will activate a remote and direct a blast via a ground-based target. Once you hit B again, the cannon will fire, which will hit hard and has good range, but the cannon needs time to recharge, so Lash cannot simply spam the move over and over again. And much like with her standard B, she will be open while setting the target. This move takes a little bit of inspiration from Chris's level 3 in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But I think it will be a little bit more interesting and effective in a Smash arena than on a team-based fighting game. Her final smash is a Neo Tank, so a Neo Tank will suddenly peel in beside her and then will fire off the black hole laser straight ahead. It's a pretty straightforward final smash, but it works really well. The tank will then fall apart, leaving Lash comically behind, probably covered in soot or something. So yeah, that is Lash's moveset. Now, you probably have noticed that for this video, I've looped Lash's theme the entire time I've been talking. And I feel that moving forward, as I continue to try to figure out the best way to present this stuff, that I'm going to share the 4 other tracks at the end after all of my comments, and just have a primary theme playing in the background. So let's go ahead and switch back over to the picture and we will listen to the other tracks. Alright, and that's Lash from Advance Wars. I think that Advance Wars deserves representation on the Smash roster like yesterday. And I don't even like the series that much. I bounced off it pretty hard, but it's just bizarre that there isn't an Advance Wars character in Smash as a playable character. And I think Lash brings a lot of unique attributes to the table with her genius, robotics, scientist background, the Ausium, the clones, all that stuff. I think that, and the toy versions of the soldiers and such. I think that there's just a lot of potential there for her to really stand out. Even though a bit of her move list is inspired by Snake, in the end, I think she stands out well apart from him. And she's a good villainous rep. She's a good woman rep. Both things Nintendo desperately needs to add to Smash, in my opinion. So I hope that she gets the nod someday and has a really, really bonkers moveset. like one I envision. Thank you for joining me today. We will probably not be doing this for a little while. November, I've got 2 books planning to come out. So we'll probably pick this back up in December with a third-party rep. Till then, friends, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care.